6, 3 is next to 5, and so the number opposite to 3 is 1. Do you understand now?
No, I don't.
Let's try another one. The first dice and the third dice. You see 6 on the right on the first dice and left on the third dice. The 6 on the first one is surrounded by now.
See you guys.
It's a simple sum. Why don't you understand? A child of mine can't be so stupid. It's not difficult.
Dad, I don't understand this math.
Let me see. This dice is number 1 and number 6 next to each other. On the second dice, which is slightly turned, we can see 3 and 5 with 4 on the top. So, we know that 4 is surrounded by 1, 6, 3, and 5. We cannot see number 2. We can see the number 2 on one side, next is number 6, and number 3 is on top. Therefore, we know that the hidden numbers on this dice must be 1, 4, and 5. And we understand 4 is opposite 2, as we pointed out from the first and second dice. Also, from the first and second dice, we have seen that 1 is next to 6, 3 is next to 5, and so then also, from the first and second dice, we have seen that 1 is next to 6, 3 is next to 5, and so the number opposite to 3 is 1. Do you understand now?
No, I don't.
Let's try another one. You see,
No one should feel so happy, no one.
No, they shouldn't feel so happy. No!
second dice.
They're selfish.
Before upwards. Then we can see that the
I really agree with that. No one should feel happy.
on the second dice, which is like the turn, we can see 3 and 5 with 4 on the top. So we know that 4 is surrounded by 1, 6, 3.
It's very interesting approach to it. It's very, it's almost organic. It's getting away from the fact that it's actually a cartoon.
No one should feel so happy, no one.
We can see the number 2 on one side, next to number 6.
It's oh, hang on. Was it a PIR sensor or what?
No, it's a proximity detector based on
Threshold level.
No. It's based on a theremin. A theremin. Musical instrument, and it comes out as a 1 or 0, well, plus 9 or 0.
She can't be so happy when I'm not. She shouldn't. No one should feel so happy, no
When you
one.
shift the frequency by putting an object between them and shifting magnetic
Remember, I didn't even like Barbie dolls.
the polarization of your excitation determines your
Hated the face
velocity.
face.
So if you part it one way, it'll switch one way, if you part it the other.
No, you only get your hand near it. It detects proximity of your hand from the person who's asking. If you, and one of them, if you get them at that near to it, you can switch. Without depending on which way it's working.
Okay, so if
Capacity.
right, so you basically what
It doesn't matter how the sensor works.
it does because
Because all that comes out of
no,
it is a 1 or a 0.
it's a time period. Right? If you actually discharge, so if you're operating the device, no, that makes sense. You get a proximity sensor, you trigger it off. So as you trigger it off, you move your hand away. There's a time period there.
Remember what we said at the beginning. On the first and the second dice, 4 is separated by 1, 6, 3, and 5. So 2 is a number behind 4. So 1 will be behind 3.
Remember, I didn't even like Barbie dolls. I hated the fake smile on her face, and I hated the fake conversation that the kid made with us.
Dad, I don't understand this math.
Just like the turn, we can see 3 and 5 with 4 on the top. So here we can see the number 2 on one side, next is number 6, and number 3 is on top. Therefore,
Dad, I don't understand this math.
Let me see. Right, we look at the first and second dice. They both have number 4 upwards, and we can see that the first dice has number 1 and number 6 next to each other. On the second dice, which is slightly turned, we can see 3 and 5 with 4 on the top. So, we know that 4 is surrounded by 1, 6, 3, and 5. We cannot see number 2. Therefore, it must be on the bottom, opposite to number 4. Now look at the third dice. Here we can see the number 2 on one side, next to the number 6, and number 3 is on top. Therefore, we know that the hidden numbers on this dice must be 1, 4, and 5. And we understand 4 is opposite 2, as we pointed out from the first and second dice. Also, from the first and second dice, we have seen that 1 is next to 6, 3 is next to 5, and so the number opposite to 3 is 1. Do you understand now?
No, I don't.
Let's try another way. Now we look at the first dice and the third dice. We see 6 on the right from the first dice and left on the third dice, and 6 on the first one is surrounded by 1 and 4, and 6 on the third dice is surrounded by 2 and 3. So excluded 1, 4, 2, 3, and 6 itself, 5 is the number behind 6. Then we look at what we said at the beginning from the first and the second dice. 4 is circled by 1, 6, 3, 5, so 2 is a number behind 4. So 1 will be behind 3. Understand now?
No, I still don't understand.
It's a simple sum. Why don't you understand? A child of mine can't be so stupid. It's not difficult.
Nothing felt exciting to me when I was young. I remember I didn't even like Barbie dolls like other kids. I hated the fake smile on her face, and I hated the fake conversations other kids made with her. How can someone smile 24 hours a day? She can't be so happy when I'm not. She shouldn't. No one should feel so happy, no one. I'm told that I always look at people out of the corners of my eyes. I hardly ever look straight at people.
You're good for nothing! Writing a letter to your dad for what reason? Telling him not to worry? Saying you know what you should do to make your life better? That paper is worth nothing! You can't do a goddamn thing. All you do is talk about perfection and you get crap done. Don't turn on the waterworks now, I can see through it. What are you doing in the bath? Don't you realise you've got a piano lesson in half an hour?
I remember that I went to my piano lesson with my wet clothes on after the punishment. My piano teacher's house was just opposite my house. I bet they heard my mum yelling. I was so embarrassed. My teacher's parents were standing outside their house waiting for me. Before I started the piano lesson, they made me a cup of coffee and gave me some nice cookies. They asked me if I was okay and ready for the lesson. I didn't feel ready. I only felt ready to be someone else's child.